Okay, here it is, February 5th, 7:10 in the morning, and when this photograph was taken, and we're going to look at this road. This is a two-lane highway normally. There's one passable quote-unquote lane, which is really two ruts. In between the two tire ruts, you have 8 to 12 inches of snow. Where the ruts themselves are, you have compacted snow and ice. Braking action is fair to poor and nil in some cases, very bad. You have snowdrifts that are up on this side of the road that are over this 3-foot fence or right up to the top of it in places. Okay, so we've had some bad blowing snow, and are there any delays today? No. The school bus is due up here in 20 minutes. What the heck is going on? Let's go back. February 3rd, bad snowstorm, they cancel school. Good call. February 4th, there's a chance of the roads being bad in the morning, they delay school 1 hour. Excellent call. February 5th, you have this mess. There's a problem here. And I can tell you where the problem is. The problem is with the people who make the decision and the people who oversee the people who make the decision. Okay, let's go back. Last night, February 4th at 5:30 p.m., the neighbor who lives right up this road here that you can't see, he saw these roads and said, hey, there's a problem. He called VDOT on his own. Nobody answered the phone at 5:30, so he was really smart and on the ball. He called the sheriff's department and said, hey, you got to get a snowplow up here. These roads are dangerous. There's going to be a school bus picking up my kids tomorrow. Get it fixed. He said he had a lot of trouble getting through, but finally, they said they'd do it. Well, at 9:30 at night, 4 hours later, the roads were not plowed. So he called another neighbor, so it wouldn't look bad that one guy's up here, the crazy guy is asking for the snowplow. So now there was another call that they got. Well, this other neighbor, his wife, is a school teacher for the Augusta County school system, and he was very concerned about his wife and the children that are his neighbors. So he called the sheriff's office, and he told me today that he was told at 11 p.m. a VDOT truck went up here. I don't know. Usually there are more chemicals or signs of chemicals on the road when the VDOT truck comes up, but let's say it did. All this snow is drifting activity off the golf course. There's no snow fence, so you're going to get this drifting. Okay, so if the VDOT guy is really up there, you'd think he'd be on the ball and say, wow, it's really windy. All this snow blew off the golf course onto the road. We better come up here in the morning before the buses do and the teachers leave. And that didn't happen. So there's a problem. There's a problem in the communication from VDOT. There's a problem, when the school bus driver has to, she knew. She doesn't even make the delay decision, and she knew enough to call the neighbor and say, hey, is it still okay up there? And I didn't know that this was going on. So at 7:10, I'm out here driving around checking the roads instead of getting my kids ready for school to make sure that they're going to be safe and that the bus driver is not going to come up this hill and find this mess and get in an accident with a busload of kids. But we're not the decision makers, and that's where the problem is. And the decision makers have been told there's a problem with their procedures, and the best thing they can come up with is our procedures are fine.